I think this is like we just put batteries in this, right? Because we put batteries in last night for the. Remember, we had to take a break to do that as well.
True.
That was also during video games.
Yes. What wasn't during the video games part of
Yeah, you're right.
That was by far.
I had a full birthday. Had a kid.
Yeah. I was married. Yeah, started a family. Started a second family. The first family found out about the second family. Now I don't talk to either families.
Yeah.
And now we're back to rankings.
Right back to where I was. I'm about 15 years older though.
Yes. You've aged quite well.
Thank you.
I don't think I have.
No.
Yeah. I've aged about 15 years, but I feel pretty good. What about you, Nick? What?
Like, holy shit. You guys go through the same 15 years? Like,
I've seen many moons in my time.
Yeah. That's just your eyes, Gramps.
You're not supposed to look at an eclipse. You're definitely not supposed to look at a fucking supernova, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. It was the eclipse was one thing, but when the sun fucking exploded,
that was crazy.
Holy shit!
It was so warm that day, and then it wasn't ever again. Welcome back to Rankings.
Welcome back to Rankings,
the show where
we kill the sun.
Yeah. Watch out! Is your galaxy next?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay tuned to find out.
The Ranking starting intergalactic wars.
Our intergalactic tour. First up, we're going to the sun.
The intergalactic tour is like first stop, London, Ontario.
We're going on a galaxy-wide tour, but for Canada, we're just going to Toronto. And then we're gonna hit every state twice and call it a world tour.
Yeah.
Today
every state twice is that what you said?
Yeah. Because that's so many. I feel like every time I want to get a concert ticket, it's like, okay, if they're coming to Canada, it's a 50-50 that they're going to here or Vancouver. And then if they are coming here, they're going to be ridiculously expensive and sell out quickly because it's the only show in Canada for your world tour. But then you look like, because you scroll in to find show dates, and you're just going through and you're like, there's fucking like 3 shows or 2 shows for every state. And then you're like, there it is. There's the 2 for Toronto.
Imagine
that makes this a world tour.
Imagine living in Saskatoon and like even your favorite indie artists don't come to Saskatoon.
We live in Saskatoon, but we're actually gonna go all the way to Vancouver for the show. Yeah,
exactly. We're gonna go see. Sorry, Kid Cudi's on my mind because I just saw a video of him breaking his foot. He broke his foot at Coachella. We're gonna go see Kid Cudi. Oh yeah, like hop in the car. He plays in 2 days. We're driving to Vancouver.
Yeah. Oh man.
What road are you taking? The one that goes straight and doesn't stop.
The road. What do you mean? There's another road in Saskatchewan.
I did a poll for there's a content creator out there that I make YouTube polls for and post them for him so he doesn't have to. And one of the polls that I made was which because the playoffs are happening right now, so it's like which Canadian city should get its own hockey team. And I put Halifax, Saskatoon, London, Ontario, and Iqaluit. Cool. And for Halifax, I put a photo of the blue lobster, the blue meme lobster. For a photo of Saskatoon, it's just a field. For a photo of London, Ontario, I put a photo of London, England. And for a photo of Iqaluit, it's just a house in the middle of the Arctic.
Yeah, that's their road.
I thought it was so funny. I was like, people are gonna love this. This is a funny one.
Do you know what one?
I haven't. I don't know if it released yet because I was scheduling them, so I was doing them for the week.
Oh, gotcha.
I think that one's out now, but it might be out either today or tomorrow. So,
well, welcome back to Rankings. We already did that, didn't we?
Yeah.
The show where
we rank things.
Yes. Today we're doing condiments.
Yes.
Because I think we've talked about doing this before. I'm sure in one past food-related one, we were like, we should do condiments. So here that is now. That's what you have agreed to watch, unless you click off.
That's what you signed up for.
We cease to exist. So don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to the abyss. So I think I started last time. So hit me with your number 10 condiment.
My number 10 condiment? Okay,
what's
do we want to do predictions?
Oh, right. I forgot about the new segment because it's new. Where we make a prediction
it's still
and
very
the winner
new for us.
gets to win. I've been the only one to do it so far.
I need to stress how new this segment is to everybody. We started doing this 2 days ago, our time. We started doing it a month ago, your time.
Yes.
Okay.
That's true. This is our 5th episode we're recording in 3 days.
Yeah, we put I think I put it all together. We put 16 hours over the past 2 days into rankings, and then today is probably looking like another 4 or 5-ish.
Yeah. So we've been doing this a lot, but we keep forgetting about. That's why we keep forgetting about our new. Yeah, people are watching. Like, you've had 5 weeks to remember. Like,
I also don't want people to think I'm complaining because I am having a ton of fun.
Yes,
it's been a great few days. This has been much fun.
This has been a good time.
Yeah.
So my prediction, I feel like this one also is one where we should try and predict a specific number because it's such a niche category. Because there's only so many actual condiments. So I'm gonna propose a condiment that I think is in your top 3. How about that?
Okay. If you get it right, I'm just gonna scream at you right now, and you'll know. I feel like
you're gonna have mayonnaise in your top 3, and I feel like specifically it's gonna be your number 2.
I'm sorry. Mayonnaise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You give mayo.
That's gotta be an insult. I don't know if there's any way to.
Oh, it was. So
okay.
no, again.
I'm trying to see the bright side of that.
What condiment you think we give?
I think you're gonna have. Okay, we talked about this. I think you're gonna have ketchup on yours. But I remember you saying you're not much of a ketchup guy. But I feel like you're still gonna have ketchup on yours.
Where do you think it's gonna be if it's on there? I'm gonna give you nothing. I'm gonna be stone faced.
I'm gonna put it at 7.
You think I have ketchup at number 7? Okay, that's your prediction.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you have mayo at 2 because
you apparently think I'm boring.
Yes. Yes, exactly. That's why. No, in all honesty, I just have no fucking clue. I have absolutely no clue.
No, me neither.
Because like,
I just know that like I remember you saying that you didn't like ketchup as much as some other stuff. So I was like, okay, I can go off of that, and that's kind of how I tried to base it.
Yeah, I think in past conversations I've like directly said my opinion on condiments more.
Yeah.
But I don't think, and you've agreed or disagreed. But I don't think you've ever been like, yeah, like this one's pretty high up for me, so I'm not sure.
I try to stay away from things like that when we have conversations. I'm very sheltered. You only know about me what I want you to know about me.
I'm the exact opposite. This might be news to you and everyone who's watching, but I talk a lot. Unfortunately, that's
to be fair, this is a show just about yapping.
That's true. So. That's true. But I watch it back and I'm just like, I should talk less. But I'm like, also it's a podcast. that was the only goal.
Thing. Yeah, exactly.
Your number 10 condiment.
My number 10 condiment.
Condiment coming in.
Relish.
My mom likes relish. I like pickles. Again, I don't like relish.
So same thing with me. I don't really like relish either. But again, there's not many condiments out there, so 10.
Relish, I've not had it in years because if I want that taste, I'll normally like the only thing you put relish on is something that you could also probably just put pickles on.
Yeah, exactly. I would put pickles on anything before I would put relish on it. However, pickles can't make the condiment list, so relish makes it.
Otherwise, they'd be number 1.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Off the top of my head, I can only think that of people putting relish on like hot dogs and burgers. You can 1,000% put pickles on that. I think relish on a hot dog sounds disgusting. I think relish on a burger kind of makes sense, though.
You know what I like on hot dogs, dude? You know what I like on hot dogs, or even on burgers? Caramelized onions.
Those are always good.
I fuck with that.
I like well-dressed hot dogs. I like well-dressed burgers. Like put stuff on it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. My number 10 is ketchup.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. So, my number 10 is ketchup.
That gives you what, like a 3 to 4 spot. There's a 3 to 4 spot buffer for me to still win.
Yes, that's true.
I just need you to.
Depends if you have mayonnaise and where mayonnaise is in relation to your. I said second, right?
Yeah. So my mayonnaise would need to be 6 or below. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Gotcha. Would have to be mayonnaise.
So I put ketchup because I do like ketchup on stuff. You know, I have it when I have like scrambled eggs and burgers. Have it on hot dogs. I don't often have it on hot dogs anymore though. But I do like ketchup. But ketchup when you don't want ketchup is disgusting. I will always stand by that. If you're washing dishes and you touch ketchup, it's disgusting. Yeah. Sometimes when you're like not.
It's served cold.
Yeah,
that's what's weird about it.
It's just like honestly like there are a lot of ketchup alternatives out there. Like not like
Yeah.
other tomato based like condiment, but like there's a lot of other things where it's like if you don't like ketchup, I feel like that's like you can still have a lot of condiments on things.
Okay.
Like there's so much stuff you could still put on a burger or a hot dog with out liking ketchup.
Yeah.
There's stuff you could dip fries in. Admittedly, there's less, I think. But I just ketchup. It's kind of like it's like the staple one. But if someone went up to me and was like, "You can no longer have ketchup again, or I will kill you," then
I wouldn't be upset.
Yeah, it's like,
No, I
okay.
can understand that. Ketchup is on my list. It's obviously a little bit higher up.
I don't
but it's
dislike
not-
ketchup. I like ketchup, but just not more than any of these ones on here. These ones are like like ketchup's. I don't know. There's not really. I don't know. It just feels unremarkable. You know, like vanilla ice cream, white bread, ketchup. Like that's the thing
I
that
don't
you
know
put
why
on
I'm
stuff.
so bad at predictions. Oh my god. All right, number 9, barbecue sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
That low?
Yes, because I feel it is.
Too barbecue-y. I
Yeah.
prefer my things. Too many Q's. I prefer one Q.
If it was well done instead of medium rare, I would have fucked with it.
Yeah. Because it BBQ. Oh, that's right. There's only one Q. In my head, it was BQQ.
BB King sauce.
Yeah. Barbecue.
So yeah, barbecue sauce. I don't know. It's this low on my list because yes, I do like barbecue sauce. However, I feel it can only be used for a few things, especially depending on what kind of barbecue sauce you have. A lot of them are flavored very differently, so there's only a few things I feel you can really use it for. Like I would never put barbecue sauce on a sandwich. On a burger, yes. On a hot dog, maybe. Sandwich, no. Barbecue sauce. I also feel it has like similarities to ketchup, kind of in some of its, in some ways.
I see where you're coming from with all your points. However, I do entirely disagree, and we'll revisit that later.
Very high up on your list.
We will revisit that later.
Okay.
My number 9.
Okay.
Is another one that's like a very big staple, and I do like it. I like all the condiments on my list. I do like them, even the ones that are low.
I do like everything on my list, other than relish. Relish is an for me.
I think everything on my list, I like everything that's on my list. Not like I use all of them every day, but I probably use like 2 of these a day, just like in things I make. So my number 9, I have hot sauce. I love hot sauce. Hot sauce is. It's weird though, because normally hot sauce is something that you could entirely opt out of a lot of the time. And I like hot sauce. I like the taste that it brings, but I don't handle spice very well, which is the problem. Where it's like I do like how it tastes, and like mac and cheese and stuff, or like when like like some places like when you go to like Osmos or something, and they like, do you want heat on it? Like I do love giving it a little bit of heat, but just it's just like as soon as I have hot sauce, I'm like so red and my mouth is on fire, and it's like that's a me problem, which is why I ranked it so low. But I do really like hot sauce, and like there's a lot of times where like, especially like I'll put it on sandwiches. I'll put it like with my eggs, like mac and cheese I already said, but that's a good one with it. Like if I go out to like a diner for breakfast, one thing I picked up from one of my buddies was he always he'll like put a thing of ketchup on the side of his plate and then hot sauce, and then like he'll mix it together. He'll like dip home fry, like, or not dip. He'll use his fork, grab some home fries to like mix it around into one sauce, and then have that for home fries. Yeah, and I'm like, that was such a good idea. So now I do that every time I go to a diner.
That is good.
But yeah, I like hot sauce, but I just can't handle it that well, so I can't put it that high.
Hot sauce is very good to me, and we're also going to talk about quite soon, because I have the same kind of feeling about it as where it's like I don't really handle spice that well, but I do like the flavor of a good hot sauce.
Yes, and there's a lot of good hot sauces out there.
There's a lot of good hot sauces.
There's a lot more than just Tabasco, but I also do like Tabasco,
sriracha.
Yep. There's a lot of like, especially like, well, there's a whole like what's the word? Like community around hot sauces.
There is.
And I can't really tell you that there's one for any other condiment.
I love Frank's too. Frank's is just such a
that's
good,
the one I'm trying to think of. I think that's the one that's in my fridge right now.
Buffalo sauce counts as a hot sauce as well. That's buffalo sauce is so tasty.
There's a lot of good hot sauces, but we will be revisiting it later when you bring the heat. So
when I bring the heat, there you go. My number 8, a little bit of a weird one, but I find that this definitely works as a condiment, and more people should be putting it or using it like a condiment, and that's Caesar dressing. I feel a lot more people should be using Caesar dressing as a condiment. It works really well on burgers, which a lot of people don't.
It works
know.
on way more than just salad.
Yeah, way more than just salad.
If you're using Caesar dressing for just salad, you are
missing out.
Yeah, you're missing out on its full potential.
Yes, 100%.
I agree. I really like Caesar dressing. It's also going to be potentially coming up soon on my list. Potentially, I've heard rumors because I have it in my fridge right now. It's good with like, especially any meal you're making where it's something with like a lot of veggies in it still, which I know is still similar to a salad. But if you're having like a sandwich that's like with like lettuce, tomatoes, and stuff, or like peppers, like I like having it with that. It's also good in a lot of wraps. It's good with meats too. If I make a wrap with like chicken, basically if I make anything that's with chicken, you can probably put Caesar dressing with it.
Yeah, 100%. No, anything with chicken. I use Caesar a lot on ramen.
That sounds good. I've never had that.
I find
before.
it so good. I don't use the flavor packets
also
as much.
Also really good with wings if you don't like blue cheese or ranch.
Yep, 100%.
Good to dip your wings into.
If you're one of the people out there that says ranch and Caesar dressing are the same thing, you are you don't have a tongue. You can't taste shit. You're an abomination to the flavor world. I have no idea what you're saying.
This came in from Guy Fieri. He, the guy from Flavortown. So like,
you've been banned from Flavortown.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Your Flavortown passport has been taken away.
Damn it! I love it. I love Flavortown. I've always wanted to go.
Also, Caesar dressing is better than ranch in my personal opinion, but that's.
My number 8 is something I really like with. This is my go-to dipping sauce for chicken fingers or chicken nuggets. I got sweet and sour.
Cool.
I love a good sweet and sour.
I forgot to put dips on my list because I didn't know if we were going to count dips as condiments, so I didn't end up putting any dips on my list, but that would have changed my list quite a bit had I had sweet and sour and had I had plum sauce as well.
I used to have plum sauce and then I had sweet and sour, and to me that it made sense as a condiment because I will use it as a dip, but again, like if I'm making like a wrap like with like fried chicken or something like that, like chicken tenders or I will use it. I've used it again, like even if it's just like a lot of I eat a lot of chicken, I guess is what I'm learning, but and a lot of condiments go really good with a lot of condiments go really good with chicken.
A lot of sandwiches are just like good with fried chicken.
And so like I will just like use it as I would any of the other ones we've just listed. But I really like sweet and sour sauce. I had it for the first time at a Wendy's, believe it or not, because I was like, I wanted plum sauce. Like we don't have plum sauce. Like, well, what's close to plum sauce? Like I guess sweet and sour. Yeah. And then I had that and I'm like, this is incredible. This is way better than plum sauce.
Yeah.
So yeah, sweet and sour sauce.
Okay.
It's like me, a little bit sweet, but a little bit sour.
It's like the show.
Yes, exactly.
One sweet and one sour.
Yeah. I'm a little bit country. He's a little bit rock and roll. I feel like I'd probably be the opposite, actually. I feel like you'd be the one that's I'm a little bit country, and I'd be I'm a little bit rock and roll. Just based on where we grew up. Not that mine is. My town it was slightly bigger than yours, and so I think that's why you get stuck with country.
No, I would take. You're also closer to way more cities. The closest city to me is a half hour away.
I'm very close to Atlantis.
Not a city.
I'm gonna find it one day. Very close to it.
The closest city to me is just happens to be a city because of its population, and it just happens to be where a lot of rednecks were like, we could put a grocery store there and it would be so much easier for things, and that's why it's a city. So the closest actual city is about an hour away. I don't count that other one as a real city because it is sometimes even worse than further north into the country.
I wonder if Salt Lake City and Atlantis are in the same state. You're number 8.
You think Atlantis is Salt Lake City?
Just like a bunch of question marks, so the thing just slowly fades into it. Yeah, think about that one tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
While you're staring at your ceiling fan.
My number 7, hot sauce.
Are we on 7 already? God, hot sauce. Yeah, like it's great with a lot of things. What do you put hot sauce on mostly?
So hot sauce I like to do with chicken wings. Chicken wings with hot sauce is very, very good. Chicken tenders as well. Like if I make a chicken wrap, I used to make a. Okay, you ready for this?
I guess we'll see.
So I used to make
I thought I was last time, but then you hit me with your double olive sandwich. So, go watch our episode 3 of the new series, ranking sandwiches. The title of that episode is "Did we find the worst sub sandwich of all time?" You
said you wouldn't bring it up again.
No, not in front of anybody. I said we can talk about this in private.
I used to make
hot sauce.
I used to make this wrap
of my
at work
enemies.
that was, it had chicken tenders in it. Okay.
Chicken tender. I hardly know her.
It had a Caesar salad in it, so it was Caesar and chicken, and then the sauce was buffalo sauce and Caesar dressing mixed together. So it was a spicy Caesar
Beezer.
buffalo sauce.
Beezer dressing.
My Beezer sauce.
My Beezer dressing. Come on down to Beezer dressing.
So I that's what I used to make for myself. That shit fucking slaps. Or I would just make a salad with like a Caesar salad and then just douse it in buffalo sauce. That shit is so fucking good. Like way
good.
better than you would ever think it would be. Because
I'm just gonna start holding my microphone at awkward angles. Continue.
Yeah. Okay.
Hot sauce, yeah, it's a solid pick.
Me too.
For me, it's and I do I do think that it yeah, and I do think that hot sauce is a very versatile condiment. But for me, it screams breakfast most of all, and I think that's weird because I think I'm
Hot sauce?
Yeah,
For like eggs though, right?
yeah. I
Yeah.
just feel like you can put it on like wraps and sandwiches, and just like there's a lot of opportunities. It would probably be good with sausage and bacon as well. Haven't had it with that particularly, but I'm worried this is gonna unplug.
No,
It
shouldn't. It locks in.
Does it sound like I'm getting further away? Wait, come back! Wait! No microphone! My number 7. We're so stir-crazy. My number 7 is Caesar dressing. So I also love Caesar dressing.
Wonderful. So that's where our doubles came in.
Yeah,
Okay.
Caesar dressing is
Our
incredible.
crossover so
It's
far.
way more versatile than people give it credit for. Yeah, great for wings,
way
great
more
for
versatile than people.
sandwiches, wraps. It is also good for salads. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, there's a lot of.
It works so well. And really, like, do yourself a favor, try it on ramen. I'm not gonna lie, that is what I had for breakfast this morning. I had Caesar dressing and ramen. I had 3 packets, and I just sat there with the pot. I didn't even put it in a bowl. I was so lazy. I just sat there. I watched Family Guy. And
But also, like, if you're like, I'll do that like when I'm home alone and it's like, or like you're getting ready to go out or like you're getting ready to go to bed. It's like I'll deal with the dishes in the morning. I was like, I don't want to have to dirty a plate if I'm making this for just me and I'm about to go to bed.
Yeah, no, my roommate came out and he came out of his room and he looks over at me and I'm holding like three things of ramen in my hand. I'm like, good morning. Put them in the water.
Yeah, Caesar dressing's it's just so good. You know what else it's good?
Yes.
If you are one of those people who like to dip your pizza and stuff, just Caesar dressing's also good for that.
So good for that. Also, you know what? Hot sauce is surprisingly good for that as well. If you're dipping your pizza in like a buffalo sauce. I don't know. Buffalo sauce should have been on my list. I'm thinking of now. Buffalo sauce is by far my favorite hot sauce.
Well, that is the type of hot sauce.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Like that. That's kind of getting to like kind of into brands.
I'm gonna get nitpicky here at the end though. You're gonna see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can get nitpicky. I'm gonna get nitpicky by the end, which is how I normally am because I'm very picky. I don't think I'm that picky. Typically,
I don't think you are either. I've
just
met
run
much
with
pickier people, believe me.
Yeah, they don't call me picky Dicky. They call me. There's so many bad ways that can go. What's your number 6? Too many unfortunate things rhyme with Nick.
Ketchup.
At number 6?
Yeah.
I'm just happy to put it in top 5.
Oh, it doesn't deserve top 5.
There's just a lot of better condiments.
It's a very overrated condiment.
That's what I'm saying. It's white bread, vanilla ice cream. It's apples. It's the apples of condiments, but it's a little bit better because it made our list.
Actually, fuck it. Let's make sure it doesn't make this list. Just to piss people off again. Ketchup's not on the list.
Ketchup's not. It's not even a real condiment. Do you know what's in ketchup? It's not like they put a picture of what's in ketchup right on the thing.
Yeah.
I bet you don't even know that it's tomatoes and sugar.
Yeah.
And probably like an oil.
We can skip through that because again we've talked about ketchup pretty extensively. We've talked about ketchup as much as we really can.
I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I know there's a lot of stuff you could dip in ketchup, but I'm trying to think of like the staples that you should. Mm-hmm. You can do whatever you want with your condiments, but like a lot like burgers,
sweet pizzas,
or not pizza. Sorry,
you make sweet pizzas.
That sounds terrible.
You get an oatmeal cookie and you plaster it in ketchup.
You're messing with me, right?
And then why would I be what?
An oatmeal cookie as the base of a pizza that you're going to put the ketchup on later.
Sweet pizzas.
This is not a real thing.
And then you cover it in mozzarella.
I don't buy it for a second. This is not a real thing. People do not make pizzas out of oatmeal cookies
out there, search up
and ketchup.
Sweet pizzas.
Oatmeal cookies and ketchup? I'm not doubting you that sweet pizzas exist.
Kidding,
I was going to say, I was like, but there's not a shot in hell. There's someone out there who looked at ketchup and the most, I love oatmeal raisin cookies, but they're very hated. There's no shot someone looked at ketchup and oatmeal raisin cookies was like,
pizza. I'll make a pizza out of this.
When I was
I'm just going to start doing it whenever we do food now. I'm just going to be like, one of my favorite things. And just start fucking with you.
Yeah. I did used to dip my pizza in ketchup as a kid, though. That's a true thing I did, which I hold shame with. But I was a kid. I was a child. Some of y'all, I knew people who would like put ketchup on ice cream.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. Who hurt you? I'm so sorry. Those two things shouldn't go together.
No.
But
Did
yeah.
they have parents?
I think so. I get. Maybe they thought it was going to be like a new Twix situation where it's like, I think it should be caramel. I don't even know what the other thing in a Twix should be, but then they go together like ketchup and ice cream. Hooray!
Dessert and dinner all in one?
My number 6 is a sauce that I also use almost daily for like breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It can go on a lot of different things. I have Chipotle sauce at number 6.
Chipotle.
It is absolutely delicious. I
have something similar to Chipotle on here.
It's and to my understanding, Chipotle sauce is not a sauce from the Chipotle, the chain. It's a type of like almost like a barbecue sauce, like ranch middle ground is kind of how I thought of it, and probably a little bit of mayo in there. That's what I think it's kind of like, or at least if I don't have a Chipotle sauce, but if I'm making like a breakfast wrap or like a chicken sandwich and I want that sauce on there, I normally will just mix like ketchup, mayo, and ranch in like a little dish and use that.
Yeah.
So I do really like Chipotle sauce, and again, it's very versatile. You can use it on a lot of different types of food. I think you can put it on a lot of things across all of your 3 meals. You know, it's just a solid condiment. If you haven't tried it, I think you should treat yourself. That's one of the sauces in the breakfast wrap at Tim's, the farmer's wrap.
Yes, it's Chipotle sauce.
Yeah, and it's delicious.
It's so good. That's what makes that wrap.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
That's what made me start putting it on mine at home.
Yeah, there you go.
And it was incredible. And I've never looked back. Never once in my life have I ever turned my head backwards, even though I just did it right now to grab my water.
My top 5, my 5th place is my weird one that I was talking about, where I was like, I don't know if you're really going to qualify this as a condiment.
Ectoplasm.
But yeah,
goes great with fries.
But I qualify this as a condiment because it goes on a sandwich. It goes on a sandwich, and it can go on a lot of different things.
Cheese.
It's peanut butter. I qualify it as a condiment because I was like, I put this on a ton of shit like it's a condiment. I don't know, and not necessarily, I'm not saying the rest of the world uses it as a condiment, but I use it as a fucking condiment. There's so many sandwiches, so many wraps that you can make with peanut fucking butter.
Peanut fucking butter.
That's how it's made, is it not?
I see, like, my gut tells me to disagree with that, but it's like, okay, well,
see, this is the thing.
If peanut butter is not a condiment,
what is it?
What is it?
See, I was gonna say
like
the
spread.
That's the only thing that I could argue it would be. It was a spread, but I think it's the perfect middle ground between the two, where I can still qualify it as a condiment.
I don't know. I feel like it's too thick.
It is thick.
I feel like it's too similar to like.
It is thick, but what would you qualify honey as?
I don't know, because
honey is the same consistency as the sauce.
I should have looked up the definition of condiment.
Spread.
You know, I don't normally pull up my phone, but I'm gonna Google definition of condiment, because in my mind it's like, I don't know. I feel like I should have done this beforehand. So let's.
We definitely should have done this beforehand.
Condiment definition, because I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's a condiment.
Also, sorry to the viewers for me yawning so much. You bore me.
A substance such as salt or ketchup that is used to add flavor to food. That's very vague. So, like, salt is a condiment then. That doesn't make sense. A sauce or other preparation that is added to food to enhance its flavor or appearance.
That's a peanut butter.
Condiments are usually added after the food has been cooked and can be either dry or wet. Common condiments include salt, pepper, vinegar, mustard, ketchup, and mayonnaise.
I'm okay with it not making the list because of it, like not making the final list. But I figured it had to be on my list because I use it for so damn much.
I'm like on the fence about it. I don't fully disagree.
Yeah.
But I also feel like it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense in my head as a condiment. You know what it is? It's a butter.
It is. One that was fucked by a peanut.
Mr. Peanut. That's why they killed him off, and they had to do and they had to replace him with the other one to protect his image.
They had to kill off Mr. Peanut.
Did you not hear about this?
No.
When they killed off Mr. Peanut back in like I don't know
did Mr. Peanut get canceled?
No, they just killed him off as like a marketing ploy and replaced him with like a baby peanut in like a Super Bowl commercial, and then like all the years in the 20s right now have been felt the same. So it could literally be any year between 2020 and 2022, I believe Mr. Peanut died in that time frame.
And that's canon?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was a Super Bowl commercial by them. They're like he's dead. And here's a little baby one now. I don't know if they've ever went back on that because I wasn't believe it or not, I wasn't keeping up on Mr. Peanut lore, but
I usually keep up with them.
Yeah, that's why I'm shocked you don't know.
He hasn't texted me in a while, so that might be why.
Yeah, that's weird, and I know nothing about that. What's your next number?
It's yours. You're number 5.
Sorry, my mind was preoccupied not thinking about what Mr. Peanut told me. My number 5 is Thai sauce. My absolute favorite fucking sauce to have with chicken wings. If you've never had chicken wings in Thai sauce, do yourself a favor. It's delicious. It's another thing that just goes great with tons of things. It's close. It's kind of like sweet and sour. In terms of not like it's not really like the sauce, but the sauce itself is also sweet and sour, or sweet and spicy more. So that's what it is.
Thai sauce is really good.
It's so good, and you have to try it with chicken wings.
I knew there was going to be some on here that I definitely didn't think of, and you thought of, because they're always you always think of fucking everything. But I'm the Condiment King. I was wondering what it was going to be.
A very real character. Google him.
I was wondering what it was going to be on your list today. If anything, I was like, maybe this is the day that like he doesn't say something, and I go, oh, it's the Thai sauce. Yep, you got it. You found it. You found it. Number 5.
Yeah, it's such a good sauce. It's really, I like it with spring rolls. Again, great with chicken, but I'm starting to think every condiment's great with chicken. Yeah, except ketchup. I don't want ketchup on chicken. I don't know that there's a world where I can't think of a circumstance where I would.
I've dipped chicken fingers.
That's like a last resort. If I have no dip for my chicken fingers and they're like too dry.
This is why ketchup is 6th on my list and 10th on yours. And it's probably like 8th on this.
Or not at all. Depends if we want to piss off.
That's very true.
So you're number 4.
Fair. Min number 4 is chili aioli.
I am not familiar with this.
Chili aioli is basically just chipotle sauce.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So then why did you gotta be all fucking fancy with it?
This episode is Bully Kings. Wow, man, you really like some weird shit.
Yeah, wow. That was a terrible pick. I'm just gonna talk over you and then say mine. Go ahead. Tell me why you like Chipotle aioli.
I think I like chili aioli because
I saw the other day that like the difference between. Well, like, I don't remember it, but I saw a video telling me what it was, but it didn't stick, I guess. The difference between, like, a sauce and an aioli. You were a chef, so you should know this.
I do know there's a difference. I do forget what it is, but I do know there's
something about, like, I think ingredients and, like, how it's made. Isn't it, like, maybe an aioli is, like, I think it's mayo-based.
Aioli is mayobased, so we'll tell you that. I can tell you that.
I think, I could be entirely wrong. I think maybe it's just, like, it refers to, like, when, like... This is fuck.
Well, say it because if it is right, then I'll know.
It's when you like mix a bunch of other things with mayo and like I think there's a couple of like seasonings and stuff. I don't know. I think it's like the term for just like you've kind of. This is not the right way for me to say it, but the only way I can think to say it is like when you kind of made a sauce.
An aioli is more or less mayo based. I think that's the best way to put it. Is aiolis are mayo based, whereas a sauce is usually mayoless.
Mayoless. That sounds like a name of like a French person or like a British person in like the 1800s.
Yeah.
Extra, read all about it. Mayoless for president.
Mayoless
for prime minister. Sorry, I'm from the States. I picked up the accent over recent years. I didn't even know the States existed yet.
You picked up that much of an accent? I didn't watch Hamilton.
There's a million things he hasn't done. That's not very interesting.
Only thing I know about the Americans is there seems to be a shortage of tea.
Yeah. I just know that the river in Boston tastes incredible.
Yeah. What's your number 4?
My number 4.
Yeah.
We're getting into some big ones now. My number 4 is because this condiment is crucial to so many other condiments, and if you don't like it, you need to reconsider it. I know it's disgusting by itself, but it's really good on a lot of other things. It serves a lot of other condiments. You'll never put this on something by itself. At least I don't really think of a situation where you can, but it'll. And I think you put this on with a couple other sauces onto whatever it is you're making, and it enhances it. And my number 4 is mayonnaise, because it is the backbone of the fucking condiments. It is so many condiments do like so many like condiments and sauces and stuff have mayo in them.
Mostly aiolis.
Yes, but yes, that is true. But I'm pretty sure Chipotle sauce also has mayo in it. There's just it's a big backbone, and like there's one sandwich that I really like to make for myself, where it's like baguette, chicken breast, lettuce, tomato, cucumber, mayonnaise, and then one other condiment that's coming up very soon on here.
Okay.
And I wouldn't have it with just the mayonnaise, but like mayo, it's like. It's like I understand that like the texture isn't great. I'm a big texture guy, so I understand that. Mm-hmm. But that's why I say it's like mayo. You need to have it with at least I think one other sauce or condiment. But I think mayo is really good.
I
hate mayo.
No, I hate to even say this, but we're gonna talk about mayo later. So
let's go.
So we can.
Wow. You can't spell predict without almost Nick. There's no K in predict, but 3 of the other letters are in there. Right?
Where's the N?
No.
Where the fuck is the N in predict?
Silent right at the start. It's like pterodactyl.
That's the one you picked to be like that's not in predict. It was.
Shut up, you're losing. We've tied once. That's the closest you've come to getting a prediction right.
I'm so mad. You're not even know. My number 3 is mustard.
Okay, super respectable. I love mustard.
Thank you.
Yep, I love mustard. Mustard is underrated. Mustard is slept on. Mustard is great on a lot of things.
I like Dijon mustards more than I like yellow mustard.
Also very versatile. Did you hear that?
Did you hear that?
Very versatile. There's a lot of different types of mustards out there. Spicy, sweet.
It's almost
sweet
like
and spicy.
the podcast gods are trying to silence you. I don't know.
I don't know why they do that.
No. Yes, mustard. So very diverse. I like Dijon more than I like yellow mustard.
Do you have any Dijon mustard?
I also really like grainy mustards.
Dijon mustard.
No.
Which like
John Mustard.
Don't
kill him.
It's another British name.
Yeah.
Extra. Read all about
John Mustard
returns from overseas. He did. John Mustard. He in fact did not.
He didn't bring tea, but he brought this yellow sweet shit.
Yeah. It looks like candy, but it does not taste like it.
No. It tastes good though. I really like grainy mustards, and I think they're slept on. But
grainy mustard?
Yes, that's where you've still got the mustard seeds in it, and you can see them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That kind of qualifies more as a spread as well. Yeah,
mustard.
Yeah,
which I love to get my mustard from places that are like kind of those more funky stores.
Flavored mustards, and like yellow mustard on its own. If yellow mustard was the only mustard that existed,
French? Is it French's? Is that what the company that does the mustard?
Yes.
It's good. I like it. I use it on stuff, but that's not the mustard I'm thinking when I rank it highly.
I don't fucking touch yellow mustard. Yellow mustard, in my opinion, if that was the only mustard out there, I wouldn't even be on my fucking list.
If you know, what, okay, if yellow mustard was the only one, I would probably be in like my 8, 9, 10.
Yep.
Because I still do like that. Like if I go and get a hot dog at like IKEA or Costco or like out like in the city, I will use that mustard. Mm-hmm. I think it's really good for that. But yeah, when I'm using mustard in like my sandwiches and stuff, I'm using the more homemade ones from like those stores or like the more flavored ones because they're way it's a nice tang. I like condiments that are like sweet with a bit of tang is what I like.
Yes.
So that hence the Thai sauce, sweet and sour, things like that.
Yes, and that's kind of same reason why I like especially Dijon mustard, like grainy mustards, very very good. When I was 15, my family went to France, and I tried mustard from Dijon, France. Very very incredible experience. Probably some of the best mustard I've ever had. I wonder why.
Yeah, that's going to be my one reason to go to France is to make my actually I don't put mustard on that sandwich, but I'm going to make a sandwich on I'm going to go there so I can get a baguette and get some mustard.
We'll save up money and we'll shoot a bit where
we go to France just to make a sandwich.
Yeah, we literally just shoot like a video of you holding 2 pieces of bread with everything except mustard on it. And then you're just holding that all the way through the airport, the plane, everything, just all the way.
And the plane lands, and then you step out and like make eye contact with this mustard and take my breath away. flipped to months by accident, which is an episode I think will probably already be out.
Yeah,
by now.
Did you guys enjoy the months episode? Tell us. Thank you. Let us know.
Tell us. Thank you. I assumed you liked it.
Yeah.
If not, then please keep the opinion to yourself. My number 3 is ranch, because ranch is a fucking incredible condiment, and I will fight it. Ranch is the best thing to dip pizza in. Ranch is the best thing to dip wings in. Ranch goes great on so many different sandwiches. You could have it with us again,
put
especially
ranch on a sandwich.
Then you're just making your life worse for yourself.
I want a sandwich, not a ranchwich.
Have you ever heard of a chicken bacon ranch wrap? Fucking incredible. Now
God damn it, I've had those.
Yeah,
I like them too.
Yeah. So you have a sandwich. You have a sandwich with like.
That's a wrap though, not a sandwich.
Yeah, but you can take those same ingredients and apply it to a sandwich.
I don't think you can.
Chicken and bacon and ranch.
Okay, you can. But
you've never had a sandwich with
I'm
chicken
looking
or
for
bacon.
a win here, man. Fuck. Ranch is something that I don't dip my wings in, but I do dip my pizza crust in for sure. And that's kind of the only time I ever use ranch is when I dip my pizza crust.
It's another one that's like kind of sweet but weirdly tangy, or just like a little. It's so good. Ranch is such a staple for like if I'm having pizza, I will get the ranch out as well, and like. It's just so good. You know, like it's good with wraps, it's good with sandwiches, which is the most of the things that I eat. And I don't know, like I agree that it may be not as versatile, but I think what it does right, it does really well.
It does do what it does do really well.
And one day I will find that valley where the ranch is made.
Because, call me when you do.
Yeah. So I'm going to explain this joke because it wasn't funny. The company that makes ranch is Hidden Valley.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to find the valley. You don't seem to be getting it. So basically, the company...
I got the joke.
No, so the company's called Hidden Valley Ranch?
No. I got the joke when you first said it.
And so it's like... because the valley's hidden, so I'm going to find it and try their ranch.
I don't want to laugh at your joke. You know why I don't want to laugh at your joke?
Because I was right?
Because you nailed it. Mayo's my number 2.
Holy shit, I so nearly said that mayo was your number 3, but then I was like, I think mayo's my number 3, and mayo wasn't even my number 3, so I wasn't even right about my own fucking list, but apparently I was right about yours.
I have been continuously dicked by these predictions.
They're your idea too, weren't they?
I'm pretty sure they're my fucking idea.
I'm what, 4 for 4 now? Well,
yeah,
like 3.5 if for the tie.
No, you might be 5 for 5.
Because I got Gabe's right. That wasn't. My first prediction was for the music
episode.
One.
Recorded.
So I got that one right with Gabe because that wasn't when I got against you, and then I was right with. I think I was right with sodas.
Yep.
And or at least we tied with sodas. That we tied with sodas.
What did we say for? Oh yeah, it's cola. Yeah.
And then I think I got your month, and I got your Vigi game, and now I got and then I fucking again right from the hip. That was a shot in the dark. Wow. That's incredible, but I appreciate the respect for mayo because it's the backbone of the condiments.
Yeah, and that's why I couldn't fucking contain myself when you're like mayo at top 3. I'm like, okay, that's a good guess, and then you go, but specifically, I think it's going to be 2, and I'm like, because I was like, there's no fucking way.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way he's done it again. I almost told you right there.
Yeah,
I was almost just like, no, there's no fucking. He's been looking at my list. There's no way.
A big iron on his heel.
Let me yap about mayo for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Mayo, yes, you are right. It is the backbone of the condiments.
Mayo. It was a Metro joke.
I love it going on. I like mayonnaise on a sandwich.
Yeah.
But
it does need that other condiment.
Moistens
You know what I mean?
the bread for you.
That's what I'm saying. It's an enhancer.
On it.
Yeah, exactly. It's enhancing the sandwich. It is.
Yes.
There's nothing out there that you're like, I'm gonna put just mayo on this, unless you really like mayo. But I do think you're in the minority. I don't think many people just like mayo. But if you put it with literally like most other condiments, it's gonna be incredible.
I've got a wonderful mayonnaise story. You want to hear my wonderful mayonnaise story?
I'm shocked that you have a mayonnaise story. Continue. Oh, I also have a mayonnaise story. Continue. Got it.
I used to work in kitchens, as we've probably established at this point. And yeah, I was mayonnaise.
Hi,
we would
friends call me Hymans. Is that's the mayo brand, right? Fuck!
But that's what I was going to talk about Hellmann's actually, because we used to get these big like tubs of Hellmann's basically sent in, and that's how we got our mayo. And I remember one time there was this the junior sous chef was portioning mayo into containers so that we didn't have to keep the big container. It was just all these little things of mayo. And one of the dishwashers, I'm obviously not going to say his name, but he was in like his mid-40s, and he walked up to this junior sous chef, and he was like, "Hey, can I try that?" And this
Mayo?
yeah, and the junior sous chef's like, "Sure." And so this guy grabs a spoon. He walks over to the mayo and he reaches his arm into the bucket and just a big thing, full scoop of mayonnaise, and then he's just I'm staring across 1,000 yards there across the kitchen at this because I'm like,
I like mayo, but that is
he's
gross.
just going, this is really good. And then he reaches in for a second scoop
With the same spoon?
Yes. And the junior sous chef's like, no, you just use that spoon.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I like mayo, but again, I don't want to have it by itself. I don't want to have most condiments by
Isn't that
themselves.
fucking funny?
Although there is a difference. Some condiments where it's like, oh, it got on my finger, and I'll like lick it off if
Yeah.
I'm like eating like a burger, and I get like I'll lick like
If it's mayonnaise, I'm like, oh no.
yeah, mayo and like ketchup. I won't do that with, but I would do that with
Ketchup's too sweet.
Yeah, ketchup's too sweet. What the fuck was the thing you just said?
Mayo?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that with mayo. Never mind. I just said that. I was like, why can't I remember what you just said? Is because I already said I wouldn't do it with mayo.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
I love barbecue sauce, and I want to try and remember what you said that was the reason against it, is that you're like it only serves very specific foods, and that it's very similar to ketchup, right?
No. It's not that it serves very specific foods, but I think it is less versatile than people give it credit for.
So I think
Personally, that's a personal thing.
Yes, and my defense to that would be that like, while like true, it's normally like, I think like Western food that you would normally put barbecue sauce on. Like I'm trying to like run through like different cuisines and think if there's one where it's like, because normally they have like something that would be better than a barbecue sauce for it.
Yes.
However, barbecue sauce has a whole fucking food category. I can't think of another condiment where they have a whole ass category behind it. Barbecue is a type of like, that's a whole like category of foods.
Yeah.
There's no other condiment that is like, this is this.
Yeah, but there's other shit that you can put on that.
But there's not like a food.
And barbecue doesn't jump too far out of that range.
But like they have a whole. They have a whole like. There's not like these are foods that are inspired by ketchup. Like the barbecue sauce was made for a tight like it is.
Yeah, that's my argument.
But I'm saying that like no other condiments have that. That is a testament to its ability and the love to the sauce is because it's used for.
Because people came up with barbecue and they were like, "Fuck,
we need a sauce," and they made an incredible sauce.
Why does this go with nothing? And they were like, well, I guess we'll just make a sauce that goes with it.
Sweet and tangy. There's a lot of different types of barbecue sauces out there. It's incredible on chicken wings. Barbecue I don't want to say the word cuisine in a sentence when referring to barbecue, but I just mean it as like a category of foods.
I'm not gonna hate on barbecue sauce because like that, like I don't hate barbecue sauce. I really do love barbecue, and I do love the barbecue style of cooking.
That's what I like. This was the one that I kept trying to bite my tongue on when I kept saying sweet and tangy, because it's like this is the perfect example of that, where it's like it's sweet enough where it's like it enhances a lot of the foods that you're eating, but it's not like super sweet like just ketchup where where you just kind of like it less. I don't know. It doesn't have the drawbacks of ketchup. I think it has the perks of ketchup without any of it has some drawbacks
of ketchup to me. It reminds me of ketchup sometimes, where I'm just like, I can do without. I could dip this in something else.
I don't know. Barbecue sauce were my go-to wings as a kid. I liked those. And yeah, just barbecue like as a food like category is so good, and it's the sauce for this one. Like I know there's other like cuisines where it's like this is like a big sauce for this thing, but I don't know that there's another one where it's like barbecue food, barbecue sauce. Like I don't know if there's like a
that is true.
There's probably one, but I don't know it off the top of my head.
No, you are right about that.
I just really like barbecue sauce.
I use the same thing, like the same.
Oh, and it's the other sauce on my sandwich. That's what
I figured. That's what I figured.
Yeah, chicken, lettuce, tomato, sometimes pickles or cucumbers, and then mayo and barbecue sauce. It's an incredible sandwich.
Love pickles.
I love pickles. It would be number one on condiments.
Are you a sweet pickle person or a dill pickle person?
I'm just a pickle person. However they are, I like them.
Oh my God, it's Pickle Nick.
I turned myself into an outdated reference.
Yeah,
I'm Pickle Nick.
Oh my God.
So yeah, my number 2 is BB Big Brother Canada sauce. Sorry, that I'm mixing up my acronyms.
Big Brother Canada.
Big Brother Canada.
My number 1. Okay.
Previously on Big Brother Canada.
And here's where we get into.
This is your number 1,
that's
right?
my number 1.
Your number 1.
Here's where we get into the. What? Really? That's your number 1? This has to do with my Subway sandwich.
I'm trying to remember what you have on that. From my recollection, it was probably like piss and puke. Something like that. Just ballparking.
You're so close. Honey mustard.
Oh.
Because honey mustard is not a mustard.
Okay, so
in my personal opinion.
My number 1 is mustard, but I was lumping them all together.
Okay.
But when I go and get my sub sandwich, I use honey mustard. Honey mustard is probably the mustard I've bought the most.
I don't count it as a mustard.
I do because it's called honey mustard.
Yeah. It just doesn't have. I know.
Were you one of those kids that's like actually a killer whale isn't a whale? It's dolphin. That's just the name of it. So even orca whale is wrong.
God, I said that sentence last week. I was talking to my roommate.
See you. Okay. See you guys in the morning.
Actually, it's past midnight, so it's already the morning. So I'll see you guys later this morning.
Okay. Last sleepover you're invited to. Yeah.
Thanks, Cletus. Go to fucking
You know
bed,
you're only
Cletus.
invited because your parents asked my parents, right?
Yeah.
I'm a dick in a high school or a elementary school movie.
You're only invited because my mom likes your dad.
And both of them are already married, so this is about to get complicated.
Yeah. My mom's gonna ruin your dad's relationship.
Mustard is really good. It's the best condiment. It's very versatile.
Okay.
I lump them all together because I use a lot of mustard.
I will absolutely lump them together, which means we can definitely put mustards
I was
at one.
gonna say like that's like
I
right
love
from the
when
jump.
we do that.
Yes, when we just flat out agree, because you know what, it decreases for me. It decreases the like kind of tension of like I want to get my stuff where I think it should go, because it's like I already have number 1. You know, so it's like at the end of the day, that's the big one, and if we agree on it, then there's no trifle.
Yeah. We know we're not gonna fight
for
about
number
it.
1, but that makes a lot of sense. Why don't you classify it as a mustard though?
It just doesn't feel like a mustard to me when it comes to like I don't know. It just never has.
It's still yellow.
I know it is. Yeah, no, I know it is. Most definitely a mustard, and so I'm not at all arguing
for
that.
the sake of our personal list, I don't give a shit that you put mustard and honey mustard.
It's just like I classify it way above mustard in general. Like every other mustard, while very good, honey mustard is so good.
And that's true. It's like while I do like just like normal yellow mustard, it's definitely the one I use the least. And the contrast of like the jump in quality from just like plain yellow mustard to honey mustard, or I also do really like a spicy honey mustard is incredible.
Yeah. Or the one at Subway right now is smoky honey mustard. And I remember them when they made that switch, and I was like, oh my god, is my sub sandwich ever going to be the same?
Yeah.
Because I have been ordering that sub sandwich ever since I was 13.
Everyone's sub sandwich is like their zodiac signs. Like you got that for life.
Yeah. So everybody has the same reaction to my sub sandwich as my zodiac sign too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody likes a Scorpio. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know what that.
You are a Scorpio.
Means. I don't know what that means.
No, neither do I. I think that means
the moment
during a full moon you turn into a scorpion.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that's what it is.
That's why I've been blacking out. Now, anytime anybody goes like, oh, you're a Scorpio, or it's like, oh, that's very Scorpio of you. I'm like, you make me not want to talk to you.
I don't like it because it's like, you know, sometimes I'll like read stuff about horoscopes and I'll be like, oh, that makes sense, but I know also I'm applying myself to it.
Yeah, I think it's fun to read them. Like,
yeah,
exactly. It's
but I don't like when people like
them.
judge.
No, I don't like
without
being
knowing
judged
anything
off of it.
about me. That just know, like it's like you're just basing it off of.
If you use your
this
horoscopes for yourself, and you're like you read your horoscope every day, and that's like part of your daily routine. I quantify it to being like the same thing as like some religions, where it just gives you like just a boost in the day. It gives you some hope. So like I look at it like
exactly.
that.
Like I got no problem with people who believe in it. And I was saying like sometimes I find myself being like, okay, well, like, you know, maybe there's some truth here. Like especially when they do things where it's like, hey, the moon is this kind of way right now, so so shit's about to get real bad. And sometimes I think that it might just be a product of like, I think it's going to go bad. Therefore, again, I'm focusing on it and I'm applying it to that. But then there are some times where just like I had a shit week, and then I'll see a TikTok where it's like Mercury was retrograding, and it's like, well, then maybe that was why. I don't know. I
was like really against even like looking at them until like a few months ago when somebody showed me just like an app for it, and I was looking at it and I was like, okay, this doesn't feel as much like it's trying to predict my future. It just feels like it's trying to give me advice. Like it's very broad advice.
Yeah,
so it's like,
no, that's what
and
I'm
if
saying.
it's broad advice, that's actually very helpful for everyday life.
Exactly. I've seen a lot of TikToks more recently where they'll be talking about like whatever moon phase, whatever, and it's like it's not. But like the thing that'll be coming from the video is that like a lot of times like this will be a time of good growth and like to focus on your goals, whatever. And it's like, well, if nothing else, it can at least serve as a pep talk to people, or at least like some motivation to be like, okay, so like if you believe in astrology, then you're like, okay, well then if this is a time for me to thrive right now, then let me put effort. Like I think there's some good things that can come from it, but yeah,
the ones that I've seen are it's just like the ones that I've seen it's more or less just like, you've been working hard lately. Calm yourself down today, something like that, or it's like, or it'll be like little stuff like that, and that is like in and of itself that is like, obviously that changes per person on the app or whatever you're reading it on, but that is very applicable to everybody. Everybody is always working hard. And so like sometimes it is also good to have like a reminder like that to be like, oh, I gotta take a break, I gotta calm down. And so there's stuff like, I feel like that's very helpful for things like that. Not as much like I'm not monitoring where the fuck, like, you know, I'm not monitoring where Uranus is, but
or the planet.
No, exactly.
But if you're not hurting anybody, then go crazy.
Exactly.
My number 10. I feel like, should we go back up to the top then? Or I kind of feel like we should work our way up for this one.
Yeah, let's do it. I've got mayo at 2.
Because I like mayo. I don't think it's the second best condiment.
It's at 3 for you, isn't it?
It's at 4.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck, huh?
Because it's the backbone, but I wouldn't have it by itself. And so to me, I don't think that can put it in the top 3 if I can't have mayonnaise by itself. But I can have mustard. I can have a hot dog with just mustard.
But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but if I can't really think of a situation where I'm having just mayo. So to me, that puts it in 654. That's where I think it should go. One of these, depending on what everyone's.
Let's put mayo at 4 then, because it's gotta go as high up as it can. I think because it really is.
Sounds good. My 2 was barbecue sauce.
Okay.
I'm okay with it not being second. I would put it at 5.
Barbecue sauce being 5. Yeah, 5. I was about to say 5 seems like a barbecue sauce
because it was
position.
like you're like what 7, right? It was way up.
It was my 9.
Oh, okay. It was really okay. It was your 9 and my 2. So this is literally like
that's right into the middle.
So then my 3 was ranch. You don't like ranch.
My 3 was mustard. It's not that I don't like ranch. I just don't. I think it's used for so much. People stan ranch way too much.
I think it's well deserved.
It's way too much.
I like ranch. Stanch.
I like ranch is something that I don't think I can put top 3.
This is a weird one. I kind of feel like we need to just like, it's not about, I feel like this time for assigning them, it's not actually about this, it's about this. So like, where do you think ketchup should go? I still think it's 10.
I really want to not put it on the list just to fuck with people.
I think that's fine because I think there's a lot of other ones on here that deserve to be on here.
It would be 10 if nobody was watching.
Yeah.
Like that's legitimately how I feel about it. If now that people are watching, it fits in at a crisp 11.
God, I don't know. What's number 10 then?
Relish.
No.
Oh, can we rate relish above ketchup and make people even more mad?
Because I would, but I would be one of those people who would be mad.
Yeah,
I can't. I don't like.
Okay.
What do you think about Thai sauce at 3?
Oh, yeah. I would fuck with that.
I
quite
think
a
that's
bit
good.
actually.
Thai sauce. I think that's spelled right.
I've got chipotle aioli as well, or chili aioli, chipotle sauce, whatever you want to fucking call it.
I'd put chipotle at 2.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Chipotle sauce.
Look at you spelling things out.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
I do think ranch needs to be on the list though.
Ranch can go 6. That makes sense to me.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
That's cool with me. It's yeah. Hot sauce 7. Hot sauce needs to get on here, and it needs to go fairly.
Yes, I think although I do think I would put Caesar on the list as well, and I think I'd put it above hot sauce.
So
I think
Caesar then
at
hot
7.
sauce?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that makes sense. Caesar, I hardly know her. There we go. Hot sauce.
Fucking go.
And then we just have 10 and 9 left. What do I have left on my list? Sweet and sour.
Everything is off my list.
I have sweet and sour.
You
and
got
ketchup.
you got everything off my list now.
I got ketchup and sweet and sour. There's only ones left. Everything is off your list? How is that possible? There's only
we're
8.
not gonna put peanut butter and relish on there.
Oh, right. You know what? Okay, so what do we...
And my honey mustard and mustard, that lumps together.
Oh, right. So, do we want to put sweet and sour at 9 and then peanut butter at 10?
Or do you want to do sweet and sour and then plum and just fucking toss one in again?
I don't really like plum sauce.
You don't fuck with plum sauce anymore?
Not after sweet and sour. I feel like sweet and sour just does plum sauce better.
Okay, now that I'm thinking about dips though, hold on.
I think it'd be really funny to put peanut butter at 10. I'm okay with it being on the list,
Yeah.
but at number 10, I think that's funny, especially because we're intentionally leaving ketchup off. Peanut
And that's kind of the reason for doing
Butter.
it too.
peanut butter at 10, and then sweet
See, when I put peanut butter on here, I didn't
And-
expect it to make it even on the list.
sour. I didn't.
Okay.
When you initially said it, I didn't think it was going to make it on here either. But you know, after I fucking murdered you with that prediction, I feel like I owed you one.
You murdered me with like 3 different things today. This has been the Fuck Lewis episode.
Well, in all fairness, 2 of the installments on your list were mustard, and one of them was peanut butter.
I need Alex back. I'm gonna team up on you against for the Big Bang Theory again.
Yeah, I feel actually really good about this.
So do I.
This makes sense to me. I feel like everyone should like. The only thing I think that I would do, like if I had like a veto where I was like I can do one thing,
Yeah.
I think I would swap mayo and ranch. I think it's the only thing I'd do. Other than that, I'm pretty okay with this.
They're kind of in the same lump, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't put. I don't like overall. Now looking at the top 3, I don't think I'd add ranch to it. I think this makes way more sense. But yeah, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about this list, and these are some great condiments. You know, next time you go shopping, just like screen grab this, and just grab all these, and Google some meals that go good. But I'm sure like everyone who's watching is like I've had all those, but like there might be one on here you've never had before.
Thai sauce, maybe not. I feel
Yeah.
like that one's kind of a little bit rarer.
I feel like also not a lot of people have had Chipotle sauce, or at least not realized they had, because it just kind of feels like another barbecue sauce. Like they're like
to a degree, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like you might just have it and assume you had a barbecue sauce.
Yes.
But yeah, that
Do you want to kick us off?
I guess so. So for the rankings top 10 condiments, coming in at number 10, we have peanut butter.
Coming in at number 9, it's sweet, it's sour. It is sweet and sour.
At number 8, muy caliente. It's hot sauce.
At number 7, I want a salad, but it works with more. It's Caesar dressing.
At number 6, God damn it, I'm gonna find that valley. It's ranch.
At number 5, put it on your ribs, put it on your burger, put it on your toes. It's barbecue sauce.
At number 4, shut up and make some drums. We got mayo.
At number 3, it's not Canadian. It probably isn't even Thai. It's Thai sauce.
At number 2, just like the one guy from the Costco guys says, it's chipotle sauce.
Chipotle.
And we
at
give it
number
one big boom. At number 1, mustard. Wow!
Yeah.
Hooray! Yay!
Yippee!
Hooray! Yay! I love.
I should
love
keep doing that
mustard.
till the rest of the episode.
Yes! Just like, fucking losing sanity. Yeah, no, I feel good about this.
Me too.
This is a good list.
Me 100% too.
I honestly, I don't really see many holes you can poke in this because I don't think people are that opinionated about condiments.
You want to bet? I got a pen over here.
No! No! There's so many holes poked in this!
The rank board.
You think I'm just going to be able to go out and buy another whiteboard?
Yeah.
In this economy?
What do you think I am? Made of barbecue sauce?
Yeah, what do you think I am made of? Dry erase?
Made of dry erase, yeah.
Wow.
Great episode.
Yes.
So much fun.
We've been ranking.
And we rank thing.
Yes. We Condiment King. Mayo's the backbone of the condiment industry.
So if you're looking to shut down the condiment industry,
Stop buying mayo.
take out mayo.
Yes.
It's the one to take out first.
Do that. You aren't leaving, so this is getting kind of awkward.
Do we leave this
So-
time? Maybe we leave this time.
Yeah.
We could leave this time.
Okay.
You guys seem pretty insistent on staying.
Yeah. It's a little weird, my
Yeah.
place, but it's fine. Just make sure you don't leave the bathroom door open so the cats don't get in.
You could call them the cats. Yeah.
Oh my God, we're back. It's a bit.
It was never real. It was never real.
They faked their content.